Pro-life students at the University of Notre Dame have launched a new campaign to kick off the school year that's aimed at raising awareness about the right to life and lifting up Roe-free women. Notre Dame Right to Life is both the oldest and the largest pro-life student group in the nation. Through prayer, service, and education, the group promotes life both on and off campus. Their new campaign centers around the year 1972, the first year women were allowed to attend Notre Dame, the last year before the Supreme Court legalized abortion nationwide, and the year the pro-life group was founded. Kylie Gallegos, senior at Notre Dame and president of Notre Dame Right to Life, joins us now to discuss this new initiative. Kylie, thanks for being here. First, tell us about Notre Dame Right to Life. How big is the group, and what's your presence like on campus right now?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Prudence. I love getting a chance to brag on Notre Dame Right to Life. Like you said, we're the biggest pro-life student group in the nation. We're also the biggest student-led club on campus, which most people would find super surprising about Notre Dame. But I think if you knew the thriving Catholic community here, it wouldn't be surprising at all. In the past years, we've brought anywhere from 500 to 1,000 people to the March for Life. And right now we're sitting at about 600 student members.
Wow.
And in the last week, we've gotten about 250 new freshmen, which is pretty inspiring.
Yeah,
And yeah,
super
as for our
impressive.
presence on campus, we see it in kind of two different camps. So one of those is being this like love and welcoming presence on campus, where any pregnant student would feel totally comfortable coming to us and knowing that she would be supported, but then also representing the pro-life movement well and through our 3 pillars of prayer, service, and education, making sure that no student leaves Notre Dame without at least coming into contact with the pro-life movement and learning a little bit more about the truth of the goodness of life.
That's wonderful. And Kylie, what inspired this new 1972 initiative? We hear that it all started with a baseball cap.
Yeah, it did. So last semester, I walked into my dorm and I saw these mountains of boxes with 1972 hats in them. And for me, knowing the pro-life movement fairly well, I had seen the 1972 symbol used before in pro-life stuff. So there's this pro-life apparel company, I guess you could say. It's 1972 COL for Culture of Life. And so that's how I immediately associated the number with the pro-life movement. And yeah, the more I reflected on it and kind of realized like the implications of this symbol, that I was seeing like 20 women a day at least wearing these hats. They're the most popular piece of apparel on campus. There's all these women wearing this symbol, and it was the first year that we were no longer under Roe. And so back in 1972, we were also not under Roe. So it seemed very providential that every woman undergraduate student at Notre Dame was given these hats. And it was almost like we were going out in solidarity with each other as we ventured into this new world. And that was accompanied by a lot of fear of women who saw like abortion not being accessible as something to be afraid of and something that they didn't know if they could do, especially at Notre Dame, where you have all of these academic pressures to do well, to succeed, and to make sure you use your degree well. So we wanted to make sure and present this 1972 symbol as this pro-woman, pro-child, pro-Notre Dame woman.
That's really beautiful. And Kylie, you alluded to this a bit. We've reported before on instances of some groups on your campus actively promoting abortion. How big is their footprint at the school, and how are you counteracting their efforts with the Right to Life group?
Yeah, so I mean, these are the kind of things that you see blow up because Notre Dame shouldn't be having anything to do with abortion, shouldn't be promoting abortion in any capacity on our campus. But there are, of course, those people who don't like how prevalent the pro-life movement is within our faculty, staff, and students. And so they do things like try to promote contraceptives and that sort of thing. But for every one poster you would see on a student's door or something like that, you're going to see many, many more pregnancy resources coming out of the university itself and from our group. And we have institutional support for life. And so they're here, but we don't really pay attention to them.
Well, it's great to get that inside perspective on that. Kylie Gallegos of Notre Dame Right to Life, thanks so much for joining us today and for sharing about this initiative. Keep up the good work on your campus.
Thank you.